It's Nether Day. We are currently playing in Minecraft 1.16, the Nether update, which means that the whole Nether has been reset, and we have a bunch of new blocks. Look, this is that stuff, basalt. Yeah, it's basalt, and here we have that stuff, which of course is polished blackstone, and then here we have one of those. That is the communal respawner anchor. So this is allowing us to reset our spawn in Nether, which is actually incredibly handy. I can just never remember what this stuff is called. Whoa. That is mildly terrifying. What biome are we currently in? We are in the basalt deltas. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and now I've dropped down into the nether wastes. So I guess the basalt deltas are up at the top. This is cool. I'm liking these vertical biomes. Anyway, I should probably work out my portal location so I can actually get set up in the nether. There's absolutely nothing worse than knowing that you have a bunch of something. In this case, it is obsidian. And not remembering where you've put it. It's somewhere. And I have a feeling I have a couple stacks of it. But I just have no idea. So, here we are. In the end, just gradually mining our way through one of the gigantic obsidian pillars. Oh, and if you're wondering why I need so much obsidian, it's because I'm considering making a massive portal. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure right now. You see, I've been struggling for quite a long time as to what to do for the centerpiece of my base. I always kind of had this idea that it could be quite nice if we had nether portals in the middle. And I think I've come up with quite an interesting way to integrate them into the build. What I'm thinking is that we have 4 pretty large, pretty tall nether portals that are kind of in these positions, and then we can create an octagon out of them as well, and it could end up looking pretty nice. I am a fan. I think we definitely need to do some adjustments here. Obviously, this side is the one that I'm actually working from. And I think maybe if we mirrored it down at the bottom, that could actually end up looking quite cool. An ice cream van has just parked outside my house, and now I can't record clips, but I can get ice cream. Talk about a negative that swiftly turns into a positive. Right, let's get this little fella lit. Okay, I'm glad that actually did light, because I was wondering if it would be too tall. And that actually looks... that looks the part, doesn't it? That actually looks really, really cool. Yeah, I'm liking that in combination with the bottom as well. I think that's really, really nice. And now that we're getting more nether portals in, it looks really, really cool when you fly past. Like, just getting that pop of colour just helps so much. The thing that I'm finding with this mega build experience is that it's definitely like a gradual progression. A lot of the builds that I do in Minecraft, you kind of build them up and then they're pretty much done from the get-go. Whereas with something like a mega build, it's definitely like steps. You go on steps in the right direction, and it kind of looks rough at the start, and then progressively it gets better and better as time goes on. I absolutely nailed it with my obsidian gathering, by the way, because this thing is done and I've only got 8 bits left. That feels good. I am also thinking for the space in between, for the gaps between the portals and all of that kind of hollowness that we currently have there, I would say that actually some of the darker Minecraft 1.16 blocks could be absolutely perfect. But before we start on all that, I thought I should probably link up my nether portal to the actual nether itself, so hopefully this should actually be fully connected. And we should be able to go through. Yes! That looks like it's worked. Now this is the really telling part. Do I actually end up in the same place? It looks like I do, which is quite impressive because I did the maths all by myself. That divided by 8, bro, that's pretty hard. What on earth is Grian doing? He seems to just be creating tunnels for the sake of creating tunnels. There's just holes appearing all over the place. Honestly, this area is going to be a total maze by the time he's done. This is definitely precarious. So this blackstone stuff generates in the basalt deltas, which we're currently in. And to create polished blackstone, all you have to do is chuck it into the crafting grid like that. It's a little bit like stone bricks in that way, and it's a really, really cool looking block. I'm sure almost all of you already knew that, but for those of you who are new to Minecraft 1.16, there's a little bit of info. Now, the question is this going to look totally ridiculous? Ooh. I would argue no. I would argue this looks cool, and I would argue that I should probably integrate more of these blocks into the build. That looks really, really cool. Evil, but cool. And the mixture between the polished blackstone and the polished blackstone bricks is perfect. They're like subtly different enough to give actual texture to the wall. And now I'm thinking maybe we make use of this polished basalt for the roof. I mean, that could look really, really nice. I imagine that will look good. Yeah, I mean, it's a different... I probably should have done a bigger sample size, I'll be honest, but I do think that's a good look. That's a little bit more like it, and that looks great. That looks seriously, seriously good. Yes, so we're going to have like a dark center to this base, and then these parts are going to be split up into segments. I would say, actually... Oh, I wonder... Is the side of this a slightly different colour? Because we could have... Give me a second. I thought there was a bit of a zombie sound when I was recording that clip. Look how many were just chilling out underneath here. All holding items. That's quite intense. I definitely think we're heading in the right direction here. Obviously, we need to brighten this thing up, but I'm liking the way that all of this is feeling. Cool. Who does this guy think he is? Look, he's in here just destroying the doors in my base. Flooding my base. And causing me all sorts of problems. Get out of town. Is this really something I have to deal with now? Anyway, obviously the build is coming together pretty nicely. Everything is going well. I'm going to continue that in a little bit. But the Nether update is not the only exciting thing that has happened today. Today marks the end of the mayoral race. We have put in a lot of work. Okay, the MUMBO for Mayor campaign has been sort of successful. I mean, I'm currently last, and GRUMBOT has provided absolutely nothing of any worth. But today is the day. Okay, today is the day where we cast our votes. So obviously, it's incredibly important that I guess we do something. I mean, I suppose we have to do something. It's the last day. This is the last ditch effort. So we should probably meet up with Grian and head over to GRUMBOT. And yes, that was very embarrassing. I can't take off at the minute because my base is flooded.
I can't zoom in on you anymore.
I know, you seem so far away. These end rods are actually way further away than I ever thought they were.
I know, there's actually a way. If you go to options, put your FOV 30, it's like poor man zoom in.
It's still not quite as good. Well, should we just record this whole segment just fully zoomed in the whole time?
Oh no, it's too difficult. It's too difficult.
It does make me feel a bit ill.
GRUMBOT has been hacked. He's been taken over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, he does look adorable. Like, it does...
It is cute.
It is very cute, but I do think we need to take him back to his former glory. And...
yeah.
I mean, I've tried my best to unhack him, and I've done the internals and things like that, and things seem better.
I tried to fix him too. I just got him stuck on Get Grian.
Yeah, I did see that.
He was stuck on Get Gorgeous. Stuck on Get Gorgeous. So I got some progress, but don't let me ever touch this sort of thing ever again.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So I managed to fix the Get Grian problem. Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay. You don't sound too confident.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay, well, I got loads of these. I got loads of the banners back, so we should put him back to his former glory.
One return to former glory later.
There we go, looking all handsome again.
He is looking a lot better.
Back to his usual self. Now we have to ask him, like, last minute.
Yeah, this is like
pull something out the
forgotten
bag.
To revise for your test, like doing your homework that morning.
Yeah, right. This is eating breakfast and doing my homework.
Yeah, right. Big time.
What do I ask him? It is vote day.
That seems important to tell him. I wonder if he might just not know.
He's been kind of out of commission for a few days. He's probably doing a hard reboot.
Yeah, true.
I'm just going to put help in capital letters after that.
Okay.
Because he knows what's up.
That actually fits.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go. Beep beep, beep boop. Come on, GRUMBOT, you better pull something out the bag here because we're like... In fact, following your instructions has made our whole
yeah, we've not done well. Okay, that's... Oh, that doesn't look good.
No, that doesn't look good at all. It looks really broken.
Oh, what's happened?
No.
Oh, what's happened? Wait, there's...
Oh my... Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
Mumbo.
Oh, gosh.
Mumbo. What is love? Does anything really matter? What is anger? Am I loved or used? He's having an existential crisis.
What if it was all a dream? Do I have control? Am I good? What if our world is not ours? If I make Mumbo Mayor, am I Mayor? Oh, there's smoke coming out the top of his head, dude.
What? Oh, he's officially melted.
Oh, we've melted him. Why must my life make me ache? Jeez, he's gone dark.
Oh, he's been sending a lot of the same message. They're still coming out too fast, but is he...
Oh my goodness. Oh,
he's just been saying goodbye, dads.
Goodbye, dads. Oh god. Oh dear. This is not a good situation. I mean, I've got almost 2 stacks of goodbye dads on me.
I've got 1.5 stacks of goodbye. I think I think we killed him.
Yeah, GRUMBOT's
He's
gone.
gone.
I mean, he's asking, what are all these feelings?
I feel like I need to... What is anger? Why is my head hurting?
Oh, bless him.
Are my thoughts just a tool? I am GRUMBOT, yet I am Dad's.
I know
This
so
is
much, yet so
awful.
little. Are my creators happy for me? Are there
Yes,
others
we are,
like me?
GRUMBOT.
What is love? Does anything really matter? This is he's had a full breakdown, and it's... I feel so bad for birthing him.
No,
Well, what do we do
didn't.
now? I mean, it's the last day, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we got to go and vote, really, haven't we?
Yeah, probably do need to do that.
Yeah, should we head over to the shopping district? I don't think GRUMBOT's...
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's
I think
okay.
it would actually be rude to ask him something else in his essay. I mean, really? To keep prodding him for questions. He's clearly not really open to questions right now.
So when you say you fixed him...
I mean, I fixed him maybe a little bit too well.
Oh, what's...
Yeah,
Hello.
That's what
You've
I was
seen
just
this?
about to say. Yeah.
We've
I was
got a
just-
giant scar head. I'm going to have to do a poor man's zoom. There we go.
I was about
Whoa.
to say, I went to zoom in and then couldn't.
That's a jelly and a scar in a mountain.
This looks very cool. I mean, this has definitely improved the area next to the town
What
hall.
does it say? Voting for Scar will bring trees, reeds, but he spelt reeds wrong, so we know Scar wrote this. Scar will bring trees, reeds, cats, and beautiful land.
Oh, well, he's
wait.
promising a
Oh,
lot
no,
more than
he's
me,
not-
and
and
he's
he's
got road designs.
He's got a plan. Oh man, he's got Mumbo. He's got the one thing GRUMBOT didn't give us: a plan.
Yeah, no, we had no idea what I was going to do if I actually became mayor, and I.
Road option 1. That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I
the
kind of like
road-
road option 2.
I mean, even
Ooh.
road option 3 is
Yeah,
pretty
road op-
nice as well.
Any of these would beat what we've currently got going on in the shopping district, to be honest.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
This doesn't make me feel good.
So and he's running for mayor, yeah, and he's accepting
Yeah.
votes, and it's voting day, and he's got this
Yeah.
bill. Okay, and he's got
All right.
options, and people can see what. Okay, well, did it? Is it too late for us to? What I mean, what would I?
It's
Is it
today.
It's too
today.
late, isn't it? It's too
It's
late for
too
me to do
late.
something like that, isn't it? Let the voting commence. I've got my paper. Right. I mean, wait, am I voting for... So I've gone to the wrong booth. Okay, so I'm currently voting for Doorcatcher, so I guess we have to vote for Joe Hills here. Let the real voting commence. And... I mean, would it be wrong of me? Be honest, would it be wrong of me to not vote for my... I mean... Do I have a plan? Am I going to be honest with myself and say that I have a plan and would make a good mayor? Or would I be better off maybe voting for Sky? I mean, he's built that beautiful landscape there. If he converts the shopping district to look like that, that would be really cool. Like, it would be really cool if the shopping district looked like that. It would look far cooler than anything that I could do. So, I mean, I guess I'll just vote for Scar. I can't believe I've just done that. But here's the thing, alright, GRUMBOT kind of let us down a little bit. That's the first thing. GRUMBOT let us down, and I don't have a plan, and Scar has a good plan, and he seems great, and he seems like he's doing well, and everything like... Oh, Grian's right there. I wonder if he voted for me. I mean, he was wearing the t-shirt, and he seemed pretty hyped up about the Mumbo for Mayor stuff, so... I mean, hopefully at least he voted for me, so I'll have at least his vote. That would be nice, but for now, and it definitely pains me to say it, I'm Scar for Mayor. I'm 100% Scar for Mayor. I mean, look at this place. How could I compete with this? It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to the shopping district if Scar does become Mayor. I thought I wanted to be mayor. Well, I didn't originally want to be mayor. I didn't even know what a mayor was. But then I was running for mayor out of nowhere. And then suddenly I thought I wanted to be mayor. But then when it came down to it, when the chips were on the table, I realised I don't want to be mayor. No, I definitely don't want to be mayor. That's terrifying. Scar. But who knows? Maybe I still might win. Despite the fact that I haven't even voted for myself, which probably isn't a good vote of confidence. You never know. I still might be able to win this race. Which would... definitely be interesting. I'll be honest, the thought of that absolutely terrifies me. And with that, let's head back over to the base building project. One of the cool things that was introduced in Minecraft 1.16 is the ability to make chains. Now, I've always thought this would be a really cool redstone component. And I still think it would be really cool if we can actually use these in redstone contraptions. Maybe like pull them up using dispensers and various different systems like that. You know, pulley systems and things. That would be cool. Okay, I'm just saying. But the fact that we can use them with lanterns and dangle things and stuff like that is also pretty sweet. And I gotta say, when they are used for the exact purpose that they were introduced, they do work really, really well. Like, this is such a cool addition to Minecraft from a building perspective. I think that looks great, and I can imagine if we introduce that into every single one of the segments going around this whole build, that's going to look awesome. I do feel sorry for those of you who don't have iron farms though, because that's going to get real expensive. I just want to say a huge thank you to those of you who reached out via email, sending me programs that could simulate the mouse scrolling so that I don't destroy my mouse further. Basically, my mouse scroll wheel is beginning to give up on me because of the amount of randomized building I do. And loads of people have sent me a bunch of different programs that allow me to simulate me scrolling really fast without actually having to do it. I'm going to have to check those out. And that, by the way, is one of the many reasons why I absolutely love the internet. Oh! Oh! Well, that's exciting. I didn't even mean to get that. I'm just out here trying to gather up this stuff, but I guess I should probably also look into gathering up that stuff. Like, that seems like it would be quite important because I do fall into lava occasionally. With that being said, I need 27 more of these to actually fully protect myself in netherite gear, which is quite a bit. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Things are going well on the blackstone front, so we have got the full central section all done and completed, and this looks so cool. It looks so cool. I love these new blocks. They're like so subtly different from the other blocks that we have available in Minecraft, but they're also so usable next to the other blocks that we have in Minecraft. It makes creating cool and contrasty builds just really, really easy. Really, really easy, because all of the greys that we had before they were all pretty similar. Whereas now, this has been thrown into the mix, and there's so much versatility with it. Dude, the more and more we get all of these areas in, the more and more this place is starting to look super, super cool. It was looking cool before, but I love playing with darkness in builds, and this... Ah, this is winning! This is winning! Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Greens just pop by to my base for no reason. No reason other than just to dance around a little bit. I can't help but feel like he's flexing on me. And having just watched back that clip, he totally just put it in the chat. He made it very clear that's exactly what he was doing. There's me thinking that I'd worked out his plan. No, that's... he made it obvious from the start. Sometimes when I'm recording clips, I'm thinking so much about what I'm saying, I go completely chat blind. I can't read anything while I'm talking. Right, the final lanterns have been placed in, all of the basalt has been placed in, everything has now been placed in, and this is it. So this is the space that we now have to work with. This is the interior of the bottom of the mega structure, and it is quite fun to fly around this thing. That's the first thing that I've noticed. It looks pretty wild on the inside here. And it's just a super cool build. Now, obviously, all of the floor still needs doing, and we still have plenty of details to add into the walls and things. But what a start! Given that this was kind of unplanned. I kind of just started chucking in the portals, and I was like, I think that would look quite cool. This has gone incredibly well. With that being said, having Green run past in his netherite armor has made me incredibly jealous. So I feel like we need to try our best, at least make some form of effort to get netherite armor. I mean, it has to be done, doesn't it? Now, I would say that the best method for getting lots of netherite is actually to use TNT. So to just blow up the nether floor and then pick up all of the netherite that is left behind. I'd say that's probably a good way to go. Just pop in and mine it after it's all been destroyed. So for that, we're going to need a bunch of TNT. And of course, the best place to get loads of TNT is the barge. Now, the good news is obviously because I have myself a gunpowder farm, I can actually just make use of sand, which Green has just taken from the item frames. What, is there no sand? There is still sand. It looks like he's renaming the sand. Yeah, I mean, he's just renamed the sand. To 3... Wait, has he just hiked up the prices? 3 diamonds a stack? Does he sell TNT? Because, I mean... 4 diamonds a stack. No, I was going to say that was a great deal, but he's renaming that now. 11 diamonds a stack. I can't believe he's just done this. This is proper supply and demand. He knows exactly what he's doing. I can't believe it. I mean, that would be... What would that be? That would be about 12 diamonds per stack. And then... Oh, for goodness sake. Absolutely unbelievable. Look at him in his netherite armor, stood over there. I can't believe it. I've offered him 25 diamonds for 5 stacks. Final offer. Oh, he's gone 6 stacks for 31 diamonds. I mean, that... Yeah, that seems like a pretty good deal, to be honest. And now we go netherite mining. Now, I was quite happy with where I was, because I thought, you know, there wouldn't be much lava in the basalt area. I then looked up the blast resistance of basalt. It's really high. It's so high. It would be so pointless me doing it here, so we're going to have to find a new place. It is worth mentioning, I'm around about 2,500 blocks away, just to make sure that if we do blow a hole in the nether, that no one is going to be upset that I've destroyed the nether landscape. Because I could totally understand that if the nether just updated, everything's looking beautiful, and then you just have a giant hole in the landscape where I've done a little bit of ancient debris finding. Yeah, that'll be a problem. And now that my strip is around about 300 blocks long, I think it's about time that we start deploying TNT. However, I will just point out, in the process of mining out that strip, I found exactly 0 pieces of ancient debris. So I don't think that's necessarily the best of signs, but whatever. If anything, just blowing up large areas is quite enjoyable. Now, my method for this is just to place a block of TNT pretty much every other block. As you can see, I'm not being particularly accurate, to be honest, but more TNT just means a bigger explosion. I will level with you, this does not feel entirely safe. I don't have the highest level of confidence here, which is why I'm putting a lot of my valuable stuff inside my ender chest, because that's a lot of TNT. But, I mean, really, what's the worst that can happen? I'm filled with regret already. I've set fire to the wrong piece of TNT! Okay. I actually think we could be in the clear here. There does seem to be some lava falling. But I haven't broken through into the main lava lake. That's promising. This is good. Probably, maybe, should have brought with me a fire resistance potion. That probably would have been smart. But we have cleared quite a large space here. I'm still not seeing any ancient debris. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got some. We've got a little bit. Alright, let's see if is the chain reaction still going, or am I going to have to give it a bit of a booster? It looks like I'm going to have to give it a bit of a booster. Right, so I've just made it to the end, and there were a handful of the ancient debris, so I guess I should just walk back through being really, really careful, looking out for them, and we'll see how much we get. And after all that, 31 diamonds spent on TNT, we got 8 pieces of ancient debris. Okay, well, I still have 3 stacks left, so technically we only spent 15 and a half diamonds there. I guess we should do another strip. And already, I have better feelings about this one, because I have just found not 1 but 2 pieces of ancient debris just mining out the area. This will never not be satisfying. Oh dear, I've done it again. And I definitely feel like I'm closer this time. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. And it looks like it isn't. TNT explosions are surprisingly safe. Oh, it's surprisingly safe. Yes, this already feels good. I did it slightly higher, and I think I'm in a better netherite zone. This is good news. I've also decided to don some golden boots because I had a few run-ins with the piglins and it's a little bit scary, especially with so much lava around, so this feels a lot better. Except now I've accidentally angered the pigmen because I shot a piece of TNT that blew up a pigman and that's apparently aggroed them. I also managed to look at an enderman, so aggroed him, which was quite stressful too. All in all, it's been a fairly stressful experience, but as you can see from the tab screen, I now have 22 pieces of ancient debris, which actually isn't bad going. And I've managed to find a little sneaky piece on the way back. So that takes our total up to 23. Is there any more lying around? No, that's just it. I made it. I managed to make it home. There is no better feeling than seeing your home nether portal after a long nether expedition. Right, let's get this gold and also these ancient debris into the super smelter. And then we can get ourselves some gear. That's all that. And then... there it is. The netherite ingots. So, if I just chuck down an anvil, I'm creating all sorts of clutter in my base right now, but that doesn't matter because this is not how it works. That is incredibly embarrassing. As I was saying, this is what I'm talking about. Boom, netherite leggings. Well, now I look extremely cool. So I would say the pickaxe is important, and I would also say the sword is important. There we go. I look the business. I mean, it really doesn't suit my outfit. This so doesn't suit my outfit. My outfit is so cheery, and this armor is so menacing. But we did it. We managed to get full netherite armor in the first episode in Minecraft 1.16, and also a decent amount of our kit as well. I'm very, very happy with this. I'm also happy with the progress that we made on the base. I'm just happy with today's episode. It's been a lot of fun. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Just quickly, let me... I can't believe you're actually using that gong. You can't use that gong to signify the start of a recording. Because it goes on for far too long.
I know,
it's like you hit the gong to say that we've started recording, and then we have to wait for the gong to stop making noise.
Yeah, and then when we're about to start, I could do it again.
It's impossibly annoying.